Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is currently moving around 41,500. Yesterday on the chart we had a so-called long-legged doji candle. That candle is characterized generally by quite a small candle body, as you can see here, and compared to the candle body, very long wicks to the upside and the downside. That indicates indecision. That indicates that the market doesn't really know what's going on. The bears don't really make progress. The bulls don't really make progress. In the end, what I think happened, I showed you yesterday here at 42.3K, that important resistance level, that Fibonacci level, which is the ideal retracement for a wave 4 indicated here on the chart before we can get into another impulsive move down. But of course we don't have to. We could even in this green area, this is the target area for the current move, we could even move a little bit higher. Yeah, so that is not a problem. Therefore indecision, but we had a strong reaction to that resistance level. And when that happened, I think within the same hour, let's just go to the 1 hour chart. Yeah, within the same hour when we hit that level, we had a strong reaction by the bears. We had an engulfing red candle. And then we also had a continuation of the move down. Didn't really make a lower low. We only broke below here this small triangle. Yeah, this small low, but not below this one here, below 40,500. We need to see, but this is obviously also a swing low. So compared to that, technically, we have made a lower low. And what we're currently doing is looking like a lower high. So we need to be aware, just take a look at it, keep an eye on the chart, that this could turn into another move down, a downtrend, because this could become, yeah, I mean, what we did, we had a swing low here, we had a higher low, a higher high, we had another higher high, and then a lower high. If we now make a lower low, if we now make a lower high, that technically breaks the downtrend, the uptrend. Yeah, that technically breaks the uptrend, and then we could really, as indicated on this chart, in this scenario, move down in this fifth wave. I think that yeah, we get probably a little bit of fuel in this downtrend if we break below this previous swing low at 40,900 and then also 40,500. But bear in mind, we are still above this in this channel here. So we have indecision in the chart. Therefore, this could take a while until it plays out. But as I said, currently still in this current pattern here, we have still more space for further upside. Absolutely possible. So I just don't know where the... Okay, now that's fine. What I also wanted to show you is if I go back to the daily chart, the this sort of bearish flag, we talked about it yesterday, we talked about it before, that in my opinion this is an ascending channel or even an ascending wedge, that we came down obviously in this flag pole thing. So we have a flag pole, we have that flag, bearish, and the target for that would take us into this target area here between 20 and 29K. But the target area is not calculated on that. It is actually calculated on based on the Elliott Wave. So yeah, the Elliott Wave analysis, my Elliott Wave target count. And this is, even if we, in an alternative scenario, could go up into this green box first, we would then also turn down. So this is the destination. I've got one clear target, have been having this on the chart since November really. And this is still what I'm waiting for. And we are still on the path towards it. Of course, as you probably know, nothing moves in a straight line anyway. So even in a strong downtrend, as we have here, there have to be corrections to the upside as we have it here. This correction was expected to the upside. We've been talking about it when we came down here to 33K, that we are going to reach a price around 45K. Now we moved a little bit higher. And however, it took just a bit longer than ideally it would take, because it has taken now since the 20th of January roughly. Now what we also do, and that is very important, is to take a look at the Fibonacci levels. And here in the yellow target area we've got the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level, the most relevant one, sitting here around 27K. And because a lot of people say we are already going back in a bull market. Now, even if that is the case, we are below, first of all, below the 200-day moving average, which was just now on the chart, and here the 365-day moving average, so the 1 year moving average that you can find here on the chart now in yellow. We are below that. Whenever we were below the 365-day moving average or the 1 year moving average, this was really bearish. This was the period after the 2018 bull run, and then I think the only other time we were below that after that was here the COVID, when COVID hit, but that was maybe an exception. Yeah, that was maybe an exception because we had this kind of black swan event, this unpredictable event. And now we are back below the 365-day moving average again. And until we break above that, I personally don't want to talk about new all-time highs anyway, until we break above that level. So, and of course, not even that green target area, because as long as we are being held down by the 1 year moving average, which has been so relevant in the past, this is just not, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, it might change then, but it doesn't make sense for now. And also, you have typically in any wave, you have an impulse and you have a correction. And you can clearly see that this here was very impulsive, very clear in one direction, a lot of red candles. And then what this is not impulsive. This is a corrective, at the moment at least, a clearly corrective move. You have a lot of up and downs. For example, look at the structure of the chart. You make here a high, a slightly higher high, yeah. Then again, you make a lower high. You come back to the nearly to the beginning of the wave. Again, first indicator that this is corrective. You then make a lower high. Another indicator is corrective. Again, you come down to the same level again. You make another lower high. You go up again, but you can't really make a much of a higher high. Then you come down nearly to the beginning again. And this is just corrective. This is a corrective price structure. And therefore, when we are below the 365-day moving average, we're forming a bear flag. We haven't reached the 61.8% fib level, which is often reached in corrections. We have a corrective price structure, yeah, and the Elliott Wave count matches as well. So I have to just assume still, of course, and nothing has changed, that we are going to go into this yellow target area. Now, don't think this happens tomorrow. As I said, short term here, there is indecision in the market. So short term, we could see further upside, as I explained yesterday in my video as well. But this is only short term, and it could, yeah, I think very important resistance levels here, 43K and 44.3. This is absolutely possible in the current scenario still, before we then turn around. And I expect here at some point then the turnaround and the further continuation of the sell-off. Looking generally at the MACD here, MACD would support a little bit higher prices. We have here nearly a bullish crossover on the MACD. Now, this is no guarantee we're going to go higher, but it supports higher prices. We can see it on the RSI, not really yet. We're going up slightly, so the bullish sentiment is going higher. Yeah, we also had a bullish divergence here on the daily chart. But RSI and MACD are a little bit of less use in a sideways move, in which we are in a range. We need to get at least above 50, in my opinion, to really see here a movement. We are currently with Bitcoin about 47 here on the daily. So I think we could see here that bullish crossover on the 8 hour, and we then need to see how the price is really going to react to it. As we had here, we saw that bearish crossover coming. Told you it will be very interesting to see how on the daily, if that bearish crossover happens, and it did play out, how the price is going to react to it. Obviously, you never know when you get a bearish crossover on the daily, if that is going to push us again to the lower end of the trend line, yeah, or if it is just a little bit of a correction before we go up again. But in this case, it pushed us down. So now we have a bullish crossover coming up, and that again could push us higher. Very important resistance here as well is the 1 year moving average around 45.5K. Yeah, that's my view on Bitcoin at the moment. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.